on me. In the mustard kitchen, where tonight I shall be cooking, of course. Currently, the dish is somewhat undecided, or at least that's what it was when I did the thumbnail of sorts, or in actual fact, when I set the live stream up for later on. And since then, I have kind of decided what it is I am doing, and it is going to be some food. Yeah, some food. Food indeed. And, well, actually, I was thinking about something ever so slightly Mediterranean. Ever so slightly, but not properly. Just a bit. Because I'm not Mediterranean, even though I might look a bit like it at the moment. Actually, what I look like at the moment is quite uncomfortable because of my. Oh, can you see? Can anybody see there? My face looks a bit different to normal. And that is, and oh look, we've got Neil Gibbons in. Oh, thank you for coming in. And the guy from SETI Alpha 5. I've got this kind of really horrible pain in my head because I got the welder out today and I was welding a bit of something, mask, and I thought, gosh, this mask is good. It's not even, I can really see what I'm doing. Yeah, the thing on there that makes it go dull wasn't working. So I've got myself a bit of archive. And it's not particularly pleasant. Anyway, back to the actual points of me being here tonight, which is indeed cooking. Already in the oven, I have some porky steaks. Pork shoulder steaks. I like a bit of pork, but I like it really well cooked. So really well cooked pork with some potatoes in there. They can be in there for a couple of hours, quite possibly, before I really do much else. Well, what else am I going to do? Well, some vegetables. Yes, so like a big big glass, big glass dish full of stuff. Let me show you what else I'm going to have in there. Oh yeah, it's cooking already. Yeah. 1 sec. 1 second. 1 second. Now. There we go. Some of the stuff that's going to be a parsnip. Yeah, it might seem like an odd choice, but I'm into it ever so slight amount of experimentation. Don't want to go over the top, just a little bit. So a single parsnip cut up into small bits. Parsnips are interesting because they're a bit like carrots, aren't they? But they have a much sweeter and unusual edge to them. They're a bit more of an acquired taste. There we go. Parsnips reduced to 25 pence. Can't go wrong with that. Peppers. Green peppers are good for cooking. Oh, that one's a bit. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Plastic bags of food, not a good mix. I think ideally what you should do is take everything out of the plastic bag before you put them away, because you get the slightest amount of vegetable corrosion on the go and the whole bag can go bad. We don't want that. It's right at the bag. No, I can't see what's wrong. Anyway, so collection, no, actually more like a selection of peppers there. But I'm not going to do all of them. I might do one small green one and one can't make its mind up coloured pepper, which is that one. So the others can go onto the table just there, ready to go back into the fridge. Put the bag in the bin. And then, another thing also in a bag. Shouldn't be in a bag, should it? Airtight bag. Courgette. Just one courgette. Let's put the other courgette without the bag in the bin. Yeah, so all that moisture, that's what makes them rot. not a good idea. So you do the same with these parsnips as well. Just simply take them out of the bag because they don't need to be in there. And choose one. Not a big... Yeah, this is quite a big one. And I might put that in quite early because we have more of a roasted parsnip. Along with the potatoes then, it adds slight bit of crunchiness on the go. Sure, there's something else. Oh yeah, some before I forget, some cashews, and then there'll be a few herbs in there as well. Basically, all just cooked away in some olive oil and a bit of salt, and the meat and potatoes will all cook together all rather nicely, and it'll be fabulous. And, I want to eat it afterwards, which is exactly the point. But I'm going to make a sauce as well. And it's going to be adequate. I say adequate. I mean, what's that word I'm thinking of now? Appropriate. That's it. An appropriate mustard sauce. This is going to be not so much of a gamble, but definitely an experiment because to make a sauce that's mustard based might sound like a daft idea, but I think it's going to work very well. Anyway. Cup of tea, and let's see who's joined me tonight. Might struggle even more than normal with reading actually. What's happened to the live chat? Well, of course, we've already said hello to the guy from Satty Alpha 5 and Neil Gibbons, the Gibbinator. Right, I see. Neil Gibbons says, you've been having a look under the ZS. How is it looking? It's the wrong channel, but that's a nice motor. It's not the wrong channel, you can say what you like. I've not looked at it yet. Today, I'll tell you, today I went in and I was supposed to be only having a month off Nigel, and Nigel being in the lockup, but I've not got very far, so I thought I'd crack on and do some stuff. But because it's cold, it's very difficult to finish off paint with the buffing stuff. So I thought I'd try and sort out this heater that I've got, and that included some welding. And yeah, that went a bit wrong. And then, of course, I had to, the job of picking that car up meant my car being over at Boaty's, so he had to come down here, and then we had to drive back over there, and then I had to drive back. So that's a big chunk of the day gone just with that. Hello, Captain, says Pingu Concord. How are we doing today? Well, you know, you don't know because I haven't told you. I'm fine. I'm just happy to be in the kitchen and having a go of doing some cooking. And I say having a go as if I really haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I sort of have, haven't I? Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Jimmy Quinn, good evening. Hope you are well. And hi Barry, and Soup Saucer is here. Hello again, Chef Mustardo. No, I like that very much. I'm used to having these comments coming a bit thicker and faster, so it's just not like me to just caught up with all of these comments so quickly. So as usual, if anybody new comes in, please welcome them, even if they appear to be not having a clue what's going on, because new people mean new followers, and it's always worthwhile for the occasional one that actually really does want to watch. It happens. I've had a few so far, and I'd like to encourage more. Hi, JQ. Jimmy Quinn, of course. I can't help myself. I just have to go off and do something stupid from time to time. It's just how I work. And hi Neil and Jimmy Quinn, thumbs up, of course. But also we have Steve Emily Bishop's finger is here. Hello, Mustard. What's for tea? Well, I've already been through that. That's the only trouble with the live stream, of course, is that You don't watch it from the beginning, you watch it from where you happen to be. So I'll repeat what we have. I have some pork shoulder steaks in the oven currently. They've been in there for maybe half an hour. And some potatoes, which have been in there since the same time. And I'm just about to chop up some parsnip, which will be going in there. And afterwards, these will be going in there as well. Okay, onion as well. Silliness. I would have bought a red onion for this, because red onion is the thing that you not. Red onion, of course, is the correct onion for this kind of cooking. But I forgot, because I've got all those, I think that's enough. Red onion, what else? Well, garlic, of course. You do cooking without garlic, do you? Not this kind of. Loads of garlic as well. Garlic is super good stuff. And I'm probably going to have a bit of ginger in there as well. Now, where have I done with that? I think it's in the fridge. Let's go and get a chunk of ginger. But this is good because it means that as I go along, I'll just keep on adding things, because not everything wants to be cooked for the same length of time. If you cook everything for the same length of time, you end up with chewy meat and soggy veg. That wouldn't be nice, as I'm sure you know. And then, there we go, garlic. And, chili. What else have we got here? Yes. Lemon and a chili. Surely just one chili? There's not very many, is it? Maybe I should have 2 chilies. I don't want it to be like a spicy thing. I just want it to have a bit of, just a little bit of kick to it. But of course I have the sauce to make as well. For some reason that's the bit I'm really looking forward to. It just means this. What I like about cooking is that you don't just. I suppose it depends on who you are. Some people might like to open up the fridge, they pull something out of the fridge and it goes in the oven, and then they go away for half an hour and they come back and then eat it. I like the whole process of all the different things that go on to make it happen in the first place. And before I get to do anything else, I'll just see who else is here, because I want to keep you here. You know, I do. Right, good. Yes, good. Pendulous knocking. What's cooking? Good looking. No. Yes, if you like, yeah. This is what's cooking. I still really like that name. That's one of my favourite names so far. Are you on the beer already? Asks Jimmy Quinn. Are you talking to me? No, that is a cup of tea. Cup of tea. How are your lovely fish today? Asks Pendulum Knocking. They are perfectly happy. In fact, should we have a little chase around the tank with them? Hello, hello, hello. Yes. You put your hand or your face anywhere near and they start to come quite alive. They're all going to the corner there, because although they've been fed, now you can't see that. Cool. Look, there's a hole in the top of there to feed the food with, and if you go over there, they assume they're being fed, but they've already been fed more than enough. But they don't understand that they've been fed, and they just want more. But you're not having any more. No, you're not having any more. Nothing. No more, I'm afraid, tonight. But yeah, they're all fine and happy and active. Hey lad, says Neil Gibbonator. When I come and see you on Monday, I'll have more. I'll have a nose underneath and see what's going on if you want to. Well, I've got a welding mask. I just need to replace the battery. That's all. By the point of you coming up, I will already have a very good idea of what it will need, but you're always welcome to have a gander anyway. And Gary Piscivino, are we drinking tonight? Well, what are we assuming here? I might have one. I've got some. I always like to have a few of those little San Miguel rip-offs. I'm cooking tonight. I'm going to make tikka masala, says the guy from SETI Alpha 5. Good for you. I fancy that now. Looking forward to rubbing beards with you at the Longbridge meet. Oh, thank you very much, Steve. Yeah. Oh gosh, why do I always have an itchy ear? And any Scottish soup being prepared tonight? Well, there'll be an element of soupiness to it, I suppose, and we could call it soupiness, couldn't we? We could say it's soup when it's, we'd call it the Scottish soup, which is going to be a mustard. Do you know what I'm going to put in the mustard sauce? Well, it's going to be mustard, Dijon mustard, and onion, and obviously flour, and butter. I'm not sure what else yet. I haven't really decided. This is the brilliant thing about cooking. It's not knowing exactly how you're going to go about it, but just giving yourself a couple of hours to actually do it. And it's very relaxing. So I'm going to wash my hands because I've got a finger in my ear. There's only a finger in my ear though. Could be worse. Oh. And then make sure it's turned down a bit. We don't want this too high. Let's have. Where do I? Right. Let's place this here then, so you can actually see that I'm doing some chopping with the parsnip. Now, many people would like to peel all the skin off the parsnip, but I don't particularly. I think there's quite a lot of texture to be kept with keeping the skin on. And it also they're quite good and crunchy. Normally, actually, if I was just to do roasted parsnips, I would do some sort of mustardy honey sauce with that as well. But tonight I'm not going to bother. There. Carefully chopped up parsnip. Let's get out the stuff from the oven, so that can go in there. I can smell potatoes. One of these days, I'm going to buy myself an oven glove. Right, so we can see that the meaty stuff and the potatoes are well on their way to actually being a bit cooked. And but there's an awful lot of moisture coming out of this meat yet. And it will shrink a bit. I've just basically done this with a bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. Pork steaks are really quite cheap, and at the moment they don't look particularly appetising. But when you just leave them to cook for a long time, they become very appetising. And to be honest, I'm thinking that maybe the potatoes and the parsnips are in there ever so slightly too early. But I've done it now. What else am I going to do? Well, let's have a... I don't want to put anything else in there for the moment, because it'll just burn. It'll just go, well, rubbish. Don't want rubbish food. Come on, don't burn your fingers on this. Right, live torture on the go. Well, that was exciting. Exciting and not particularly very pleasant. That's the trouble with ovens. And not having an oven glove. I need to buy an oven glove, don't I? Because tea towels, they're kind of almost there. The worst thing you can do is use a wet tea towel. I made sure I've not done that. Now, how long do I reckon this is going to be? Should I start the sauce already? Probably not, actually. It might be a bit too early. Gosh, I'm looking rather slovenly, aren't I? These are pajamas. Yeah, I won't wear them when I go to bed, but that's what they are. Right, so we want a pan to do this sauce with. I may as well use my former non-stick pan that still is, well, it's a pan that still does a job, doesn't it? So I might as well do. Let's see who else has just turned up to this incredibly disorganised live stream. Yes, Simone. Simone of the YouTube channel Hooked on Classics is here. Hello, Simone. I'll do your voice again, Charlotte. I know it doesn't offend you, so. Hi, it's Simone. It's getting a bit quieter and quieter every time I do that, isn't it? I was going to do a live today, but didn't. Yep, that's basically all the information you need to know about Simone doing a live. She was going to, but she didn't. Well, very good. Emily Bishop's Fingers saying hello again, and hello and hello. Oh, and Cars with JC is here as well. Hello, Joe. Stephen S. Paul, hello, English people. Hello, American person. And, woo. Oh, right, okay, that's interesting. Toyo Batar says, hi mate, thanks for teaching me to cook things. I'm not really, am I? I'm just, if you can gain something from watching me do it, then that's great. I wouldn't really say I was teaching anybody anything. Would you? Does anybody learn anything from this kind of thing? If it was a video and I was going through step by step, all I basically done is say just chuck things together and use your imagination. It requires you to have an imagination. Hopefully you have. So, right, first things first. In the pan, we're going to have some butter, which is that stuff that comes out of cows, and olive oil. So, we put a big dollop of butter in, like so, into the pan, and then a bit of olive oil, which stops the butter from burning. I'm going to put it on this one, I think, because at no point does this need to be particularly hot. Just a gentle heat. Quite odd, that, isn't it? Oh, just butterfingers. Ooh. Yeah, gently cook something. Sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Really? Gently burn something. The idea isn't to burn it, of course, but the actual act of cooking is burning something, isn't it? I was taking it from one state of structure to another by burning it. So maybe it's right, because you're not properly burning it, you're gently burning it. We don't want burnt onions. Burnt garlic is sometimes good, actually. I think that's often what they do with the Indian takeaways is burn the garlic. And that's where you get that proper curry smell from. But I'm no expert. That's an assumption. And I say it's an assumption because that, to me, is what it smells like. It smells like burnt garlic. What are you cooking? Asks Joe. Well, the answer is pork steaks, and roasted vegetables, and then an onion sauce. Not onion, garlic. Obviously, it's got onion in it. Now, does anybody get confused with onions? Like what to do with them? That knife's not sharp enough. Why am I using that one? I've got a much sharper knife in here. Yes. Actually, that's not as sharp as it was. I've got a knife sharpener, but they're not that good really. Because the trouble with a knife, once it loses its edge, it happens because the bottom part gets squashed and flattened and bent. And it happens much more quickly if you cut through things on a hard surface like a plate or a glass chopping board. The most terrible idea ever is having a glass chopping board. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. I've dropped a bit of onion on the floor. I best pick that up quickly before I get told off. So, in many ways, once you've blunted the knife, it's a bit ruined, because although you can use a sharpener, it doesn't actually sharpen it properly. Not as much as you'd think. Where's it gone? Where's my knife sharpener gone? Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so one of these, the edge on that is of such I can not cut my finger with it. And then it does feel a bit sharper. But actually the only way to sharpen a knife properly is with a stone. And I haven't got one. And perhaps I should get one at some point. Let's see. Yeah, that's what we want. I was using this knife when it's really sharp to cut through bread with. I made some bread the other day to make sandwiches for my little road trip. It's sharp enough to cut through bread, which is good because it means you normally use a serrated edge, but that just leaves crumbs everywhere, and crumbs everywhere is exactly the kind of thing that would make me unpopular. I don't really want to be unpopular. As much as I kind of come across like I just don't really care what anybody thinks, I do a bit, yeah. Oh, right, nearly had onion and fingers in the pan then. Come on, move out the way, you two. All right, oh, Rob Streetwise is here. Hello there, you're making me feel hungry. As soon as I've done this, I'm just going to attend to my comments again. So that's my favourite part, I think, is just seeing who's here and making them feel welcome. Welcome, everybody. But it is important that you cut the onions up, I reckon. You're going to make sauce. Right, there we go, one smallish onion, all cut up and ready to be bunged into the pan of, I was going to say final destination, but I think I've said that one quite a few times, so I won't bother. So try and get the onions in the pan and not on the cooker surface. Do you reckon the smelly, oh gosh, people have disappeared a bit. Do you reckon the smelly vision will ever actually happen? Because that would be brilliant cooking, wouldn't it? and it would revolutionise cooking, live streams, programs, etc. Let's see. What do you? Well. Can't stay. Sorry. Have a good evening. Say Simone. Simone's gone then, I guess. Good after. Goodbye. Hello. All right. We've got another American, have we? Who's that? I must have missed that one somehow. TGFCA -5 or -5. Busted and Moti. Busted and Moti. Hello, chum. Nice to see you again. Who's Busted and Moti? Breaking news. Man. Oh. Breaking news, says Steve. Man hit by flying power tool. Everything seemed okay, then bosh. Hey, very good, Steve. Well done. I do like a joke. A nice joke. Let's have a nice bit of raw onion. I like raw onion. Yeah, Rob Streetwise is here, or was here, maybe he still is, I don't know. Anyone else seen the more Drive Tribe video with Mike's new R1 MG convertible? Never seen R1 badges before. I haven't seen it. Perhaps I should. Yeah, Joe, it's been okay. It's been quite a lot of driving, really. Nothing like what you managed to do the other week, though, of course. Maybe as you get a bit older, you get fed up with driving. I don't really say I'm fed up with driving, but I don't really enjoy doing particularly long distances anymore because I don't want the radio on. You know, I like to just drive and think and make up bollocks as I go along. So the driving job of going to pick up the MG the other day was great because I was quite sort of switched on for that one. But today, on the way back from Chesterfield, I was just kind of can't really be bothered. So I did a time lapse of all the way back, which I shall condense down into about 15 seconds. That's very, very fast driving Rover 45 that will be. Boaty loves the Rover 45 diesel, by the way, because he used it and he said, I'm really falling for this thing. I really like it. It's been excellent. It's been absolutely brilliant on fuel. Like so much better than was expected. Right. So next then, whilst these onions are starting to cook, I mean they can be just cooked for ages because the more they're cooked, the longer they cook, the softer they go, the better they go. And that's how we want them really. But I'm going to add ginger to the onions. I am. Not lots of it, just a bit. Oh, now how's your day been, by the way? You know, don't just ask me how mine's been. You're welcome to just say whatever you like in this live stream. It's probably easier in some ways as well because, unlike on the Project Nigel live streams where I am just stood around talking, there isn't the opportunity a lot of the time for you to get your words in without me interrupting it and talking about something else. And then when I ask a question, I've usually forgotten what it was when I get an answer or not. So, why not tell me right now if you are cooking anything tonight, or what you're cooking, or whether you would like to try something like this. Do you do experimental cooking? Are you watching this because you've got nothing else to do? Or are you watching it because you're assuming something's going to go drastically wrong? Well, it isn't. Nothing's going to go wrong with this. It's going to go perfectly well. It's going to go swimmingly. I'll cook it and be amazed by my own ability to cook something without really even having any kind of plan on the go. How many cups of tea have you seen me drink? It's a few, isn't it? I'm going to cut these bits of ginger up into like squares, so that rather than trying to make them too small, just like that, so you can basically have tiny bits of gingery bits of in the sauce itself. So as you eat it, there are different flavours on the go, as well as an overall flavour. You bite into a little bit of ginger. That's why I like coriander seeds so much. Yes, coriander seeds. Coriander seeds are fabulous, and you should use them with your cooking. I'll put some pepper in this. I think I'll do a mustard and Worcestershire Worcestershire sauce. Pingu's back. Pingu is back. Oh, Pingu's back. Oh, Pingu is back. Who? Right, that MG is a cracking car. You should keep it. Oh, yes, I agree entirely. Yeah, that is exactly what I want to do. And I think it's going to be before I start even looking at it, it's probably going to be one of these long-term projects that's going to take quite a bit of work, quite a lot of bettling, but it's going to be worthwhile because it's, I personally think it's a proper future classic. In my honest opinion, motorways spoil long drives. The best way of doing long drives, though, aren't they? Especially if you're driving a fun older car. That's true. That is true, actually. Motorways are best done in diesels, though. And I mentioned this the other day, that going on a motorway journey and something like the 45 diesel is great, because it's not instantly responsive. Whereas a petrol engine, with a good sized petrol engine, it's a bit too responsive, and it just kind of jerky back and forth like this all over the place, and it's not as relaxing. Oh, look, we've got 13 people here. Wouldn't it be fabulous if it was 23 people? That's what I want. 23 people watching. Not 13. 43. I'd quite like 63 people to be watching this at the moment, but that's not going to happen. I'm used to driving lots, says Joe. My old delivery job, I used to travel 250 miles a day. The Tesco job, now I do about 120 miles a day. Now, I'm kind of with you with that there, because if you're doing 250 miles a day, you're spending more time driving than packing and unpacking, aren't you? That's why I was quite fancy doing some the proper long distance HGV stuff, because you can, once you know you've got a couple of hours of just settling back and just driving, and you're getting paid for it, you feel really grateful. You feel like you've got something good on the go. I always did. I have half a fry up tonight. Have you got any Earl Grey left? I have. Oh yes. I've got quite a bit of the Earl Grey. I normally consider Earl Grey to be a good summer cup of tea. So when it's not really hot, it doesn't, but it's still nice. But in the summer, it's super. And that's why I want cup after cup of Earl Grey tea. Absolutely fabulous. Oh right, how did you miss it, JC? I think you missed answering my question. But what are you cooking? Right, well, okay, we'll do that one again. Joe, I don't mind. I am doing pork shoulder steaks with roasted potatoes, small roast potatoes, and roast vegetables. And then to go with that, a mustard sauce. Mustard sauce. I shall put a bit of garlic in this one, although the majority of the garlic is going to just get cooked as cloves. I'll just cut up some for this one, and then in a moment I will be adding some flour to it. Adding some flour to the cooking onions because they are, well, you can see they are cooked. They are caramelised and they don't actually need to be cooked any longer than that, so they won't be. Now, here's the thing actually. Personally, the only thing about cooking that I don't like happens to be the thing that I do like as well. And that is that, as I said before, that just coming into the kitchen and just spending ages doing it is also the thing that's an inconvenience, spending ages doing it. And that's why so many of us are keen on takeaways and fast food. But I would much prefer something that I've cooked than a takeaway. Much prefer it. There's some obvious reasons for that. The main one being is that you know exactly what's gone into it. And things like, even as far as like when you cook an onion, you know, I cut the skin off, and then if there's any of those like really thin bits of skin that are chewy, I just chuck them because they're kind of almost skin, and you don't really want to eat them. They're not particularly pleasant. Whereas in a takeaway, they wouldn't do that. You basically cut it and chuck it all in, or sauces of any kind. It's all a bit. You know, they don't really. What is it? The certain things they're not allowed to have anything more than 1% insects in there, or that kind of thing. The only thing is, of course, well, mustard here. I haven't made my own mustard. Maybe that's something I should try and do at some point. Is make my own mustard. How difficult can it be? Let's read the instructions. Well, they're not instructions. They're just ingredients. I was only joking. But what goes into a jar of Bat's mustard? And the ingredients are there. All right, water, 25%. I've got plenty of water in the tap. Mustard seeds, I've got some of that. Spirit vinegar, that's cheap. Salt, cheap enough. Antioxidant, I don't keep any antioxidants, but I'm sure I don't really need it. And potassium metabisulfate, acidity regulator, and citric acid. So there are quite a few things in there that you wouldn't need unless you're trying to keep it for a long time. And I wouldn't be. I'd just make it and use it up. That will be quite possibly another video idea. Making my own mustard. Making my own all sorts of things. It's got to be done, hasn't it? I don't like that phrase, it's got to be done. It hasn't got to be done. You want to do it, and so you're going to do it. Right, so Steve Emily Bishop's Finger. You're certainly enjoying that name, aren't you? Really like the Green 45 saloon you've recently reconnected with. Looks very clean, will make a great daily driver. Well, yeah. And that may be the car I end up using next month. It may be either that one or a car called Doris. Whatever the case, the other ones are having a rest next month. Well, they don't have to have one, but I quite like the idea of just chopping and changing all the time. Ooh, that sounds nice, says Cars with JC. I hope it will be. It will be. There's no doubt about it. It's not going to be rubbish. It may not turn out exactly as I expect or want, but it will turn out quite well. It always does. I like a bit of pork, says Pendulous Knocking. Very tasty. Do you cook every day? No, I don't. I just don't really get a chance to, really. Now then, the next thing we want for this, because we're making a sauce, some flour. I haven't decided how much sauce to make, but I think 1 spoon of flour and 2 spoons of flour. That might be just about the right amount. We'll give it a mix up. And so what you end up with here then is not a sauce, but onions all congealed together, stuck together like this. And you turn it into a sauce by adding water. And again, that's something that is available from every tap that works. These ones do. But I'm going to have 2.5 spoonfuls. I think quite like to make a lot of sauciness. Then I'll mix that up even further. And now you could pretty much just pick it all up on the end of the spoon like that. So adding water then has to be done reasonably carefully. Hello, how come you come downstairs?
To come and get Mummy.
All right, okay. Small people just come downstairs. But they've done it rather quietly, which is nice. Have you had any cooking disasters in the past? Asks Rob Streetwise. Not really. Nothing terrible. And Nikki Colleagle, says hello. Oh dear, Steve, you've retracted your message. Let's get some water. If you don't know, when making a sauce with flour, you're using water or milk. Either way, as you try and mix it all up so it becomes an even consistency, it will then thicken straight back up again. So then you have to have a bit more. So you've got to do it quite gently, quite carefully. Otherwise, you just end up with loads of lumps everywhere. Lumps won't do you any harm, but you don't want them. And the next thing is that, because you've got to do this with quite a bit of care, get it so it's kind of smooth, and just once it's smooth, you can add a lot more water or milk if you're making a roux, which I'm not doing. And you've got to keep the heat on it. Get it so it's quiet on it, and then put the heat back on, and then it will thicken up again after a while. Not because the water disappears, but the flour does something exciting. We're almost ready to bring in loads of water with this, and then I can put some other bits in as well, you see. That'll do for that. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves. It seems like it's requiring quite a lot of concentration to just keep stirring something in a pan. There's a stirring of the pan and the sore eye thing, making it not the easiest way to just carry on talking nonsense at you. Have we got anybody new here from any new countries today? That's what I always find rather exciting, when people come from India or somewhere in the Philippines or South Africa. Let's see. Lovely bits of soup would go well with pork. Yes, it would. Soup's brilliant, isn't it? I mean, I'm going to do some more soup. We'll do some proper experimental soups because it seems to be one of those things where if it's not quite working out right, then you can just add more water and a bit more of some of the base stuff like onion, and you just thin down the flavour and you can almost start again. Uh-oh. Right, okay. Good night, Mustard. Enjoy your food. Steve's off. Hello to the Mustardettes who should be upstairs. Libox Games. Libox Games, how are you doing? I'm fine. And Yaboy Rupert, how has your day been? It's been okay. But it's not finished, and it's a long way from being finished because currently it's only 9:30. What time is it there? That's two people I don't know, so do come back and tell me where you're from. John Studley is here. Hello, John Studley. Always good to have John in the live stream, whether it be here or at the yard. Now, currently this doesn't look very interesting actually because it's just a kind of a looks almost like custard, but without being nice. But actually, even that, because it's basically onions and garlic, and butter, it can't possibly be anything but nice, can it? It has to be nice because it has nice ingredients. They're just not particularly exciting. No, what's that? Oh, bunnies. Is that bunnies? Oh no, it's not bunnies. Well, it was bunny ears. Bunny ears. 9:30 here. No, sorry, 7:30 here, says Rupert. But where is here? Tell me where here is, and I'll tell you if I've heard of the place. Oh, good. Dick Dastardly is here. Is it sausages? No, I did consider that. It's not sausages, Mr. Dick Dastardly, but it is something that's related to sausages by, well, the main ingredient. It is pork steaks, pork steaky things. Gosh, this is exciting. Right, now, I don't want it to look like that at all. I really don't. So, first thing I'm going to do now is bung in quite a lot of pepper. Pepper's brilliant. What else do I want in there? Let's go through the ingredients in 1 second. I'm going to get out my thing. Not my thing. I don't need ginger powder. Right, a little kind of tray thing of spices. So what I'm going to use is a bit of cinnamon and cinnamon. No, yeah, just cinnamon, I think. Chili powder and coriander seed. Oh, I can't quite get this off without knocking that over. So let's put that there. And close that. Oh, no, I'll close it. We're going to put this back in the exciting cupboard there, the rather noisy cupboard. Yana Gudazi. I don't know what that says, I'm afraid. Rupert. Oh, I have not missed Cabbage or Poppy. I can't say this out loud because I'll bring him in and then we won't be able to get them to bed. That won't be good. Marshall Islands, very good holiday place to go. Ah, I see. What's your channel, John Studley? It's John Studley, Dick Dastardly, mate. Oh, John, I don't know if you know. I subscribed to your channel after you said something the other day. I thought, best do a subscription on there, hadn't I? So if you was wondering where that other number came from, it might have been me. But it could have been somebody else. Here we go. Right, some Worcestershire sauce. How many shakes do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Worcestershire sauce is excellent. Now it's starting to have a bit of colour to it, and that's the kind of colour I wanted. A kind of the colour of Joseph Lloyd's jacket is the colour I'm thinking of. There we go. As you can see, it's rather runny at the moment, but that will change. That will change a lot. Again, it's just not measuring, not even bothering with a spoon, just having a simple tip out of something and assuming that I've got it right. Very easy to overdo cinnamon. Oh. And it's also quite easy to overdo chili powder. Unless you're me. Then you can't. You can't overdo it. Coriander seeds, we can have plenty of these because they're ace. That's really it. What do you think of coriander seeds? Well, the answer is they're ace. Now, I may as well actually add some mustard seeds in it, I think. I bought some more Dijon mustard, just in case I use it. All this up. What I'm going to add is 3 spoonfuls of Dijon, and once that thickens up, I should taste it and see if it's right. Now let's show you this really. Show you what it looks like. Yeah, you see? Exciting, eh? Exciting, wonderful, etc. Right. Right. It's thank you, mustard, mate. It means a lot to me. No, you're very welcome indeed. Toyo Boater, can you please move the camera to the right so we can see what you're doing? It's not that easy. What you mean is to the down bit, right? So like that. What I'm having to do with is basically just move the camera around quite a bit to try and capture some of what's actually going on. That's looking just right. That's looking exactly as I want it to look. Except I haven't put any mustard seeds in. Righto, John. Righto, John. Bussies on your channel. Do you like pork to be salty or spicy? Well, I like it to be spicy. Salty's a bit, well, it's got some salt on it, but it's a bit of an easy way, isn't it? I was to try and do some Chinese food at some point, but I find that to be very difficult to get just right. They have some trickery on the go that you can't quite get. Certainly I've never been able to understand anyway. Oh, right, what's that? Bubbly Cartoons LOL. Bubbly Cartoons LOL. Well, welcome to this live stream. Where are you from? I'm going to pop off for a bit. I'll see you on Bolty, right? Okay, bye-bye, Barry. Okay, Barry, bye-bye. George, say hi, John, for a sub. Right, hi, John, for a sub. Yes, I suggest all of you subscribe because then you won't miss this kind of thing, will you? Oh, there's a point. That's what I forgot. Lemon. That's why I've got the lemon here in the first place. I'm going to put just a couple of slices of lemon into the actual sauce. So they can basically let the flavour come out after a while. Nice one, says George. Well, you're welcome, but are you John or who are you? Is your name John or George? You tell me. You tell me. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Hey, Rover Joe. Oh, Rover Joe. Rover Joe is here. Or as we like to call him, Rover Joe. One second. What's going on here? Good. Now, the smell of this is actually starting to make me feel quite hungry, which is nice. And I don't know if you've found this yourself, but who else that likes to cook finds themselves thinking or finding that as you cook, you lose your appetite? One of the problems, because you spend so long actually cooking, that maybe the smells satisfy your appetite. Because of the constant smell, it's almost like you're having something to eat. I don't know what it is, but of course you're not. Who else does this? Does anybody else? Maybe everybody does it, or it can't be just me, surely. Hi, George. Hello, John. Lots of hellos here. Many new subs tonight, Captain. Really? You're making me hungry. Well, Pingu, obviously I don't know if any are not. I'd like there to be, because I would like this channel to actually take off and become a success at some point. And then I can start investing more time into it, more other things. So, yeah, I mean, any help, if anybody's here that isn't a subscriber, make sure you subscribe, because that would be good and I'd like it. And so would Pingu. Just putting a few bits away. Just putting a few bits away. Oh dear. Yeah, I went off and did then, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, right, okay. Oh, thanks for that, Pingu. Currently at 158. Excellent, thank you. Brilliant. That means I've gained 6 in the past hour. That's why I do them. Well, it's not entirely why I do them, but it does encourage me. It very much encourages me. What can I have now? Where's my Earl Grey gone? Don't really want another cup of tea just yet, actually. Their sauce is starting to thicken up already, which is nice. And that sauce now does look like the kind of thing that I would happily.
Daddy.
Okay.
Can I see it?
Yep, you can.
It smells nice.
It smells nice.
I don't want to be on camera.
All right, should I just show you then? Careful about a tripod. Right, there we go. That's the sauce. That's
Why not lemon?
because the lemon adds flavour to it.
Okay. Bye-bye. Mummy.
Good night.
Good night, Daddy. Good night, Daddy. You can give us a cuddle now. Love you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Poppy.
Right, Poppy.
Cabbage.
Right, cabbage. Good night.
Poppy, good night.
Right, good night, cabbage and Poppy. I wonder how the meat is doing. Do you reckon it's... Well, it has been in there for an hour, so it will be kind of on the way to being a bit cooked, I would say, by now. Oh, did you? Right, oh, hang on. Right, John did a live stream today. I didn't know about that one, I'm afraid. Mr. Rupert, yeah boy Rupert, I want to help out the channel as much as possible as I see you big. I want to see you go big. I want to have an amazing tomorrows. Well, thank you very much. I like that. Ahoy, shipmate Joe. Correction, 159. Hooray! Well, while having a little dance, a little jig over that, isn't it? Might lose a few if I keep doing that though. What is it you're cooking? A curry? No, Joe. I will do more curries though. No, it's just simply pork, shoulder steaks, and roasted vegetables and mustard sauce. And I need to try this out. I don't normally do. What I normally do is just cook it and I assume it's all right and I eat it and think, yeah, that's all right, that. But I will have a little taste of this and I'll tell you whether that tastes as I have put it together as, because I may be completely wrong. What's important though is I clean this spoon first, because otherwise all I'm going to taste is mustard. Cleaning the spoon, making the spoon go away. Cleaning the spoon and making it lovely clean. Oh yeah. The first taste of the sauce. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's really good. That's amazing. It's really, really nice. The only trouble with coriander seeds, of course, is they do end up getting stuck in your teeth a bit. But I'm really, really pleased with that. That is exactly as I wanted it. How have I managed to do that? Yeah. I still get all nervous doing live streams, Mustard, but I still do them, mate. Well, it's one of those things where, you know, the only way to get over something is to actually do it. It's like being scared of spiders. You can stop yourself from being scared of spiders, can't you, by just immersing yourself in big vats full of the eight-legged friends until you find that they're not really going to hurt you. Nothing could go that far wrong. How many views did you get on your live stream? Now, Rover Joe. Rover Joe's just said something on Facebook, either to me or about me, and I can't really see it, can I? Because I'm on the air. I can't do two things at once. I want to see the fishies, says Blue Turtle 123. I got 3 mustard. Well, let's have some fishy time then, shall we? Might as well just leave that there and have a chat. I really need to get back into the swing of YouTube. My videos have been doing terribly as I've not uploaded consistently. That is the trouble with it. And we all know, anyone with a bit of experience with YouTube, that it's if you don't keep doing it, the algorithm just kicks you out. It just goes, right, okay, you're not doing any work, we're not interested in you any longer. Now, Jeff off. I think that's the term anyway. So, I mean, you've got to be really rather dedicated to get anywhere on YouTube. Either that or incredibly lucky. But I think what you want is the combination of a few things, luck being one of them, dedicated, and actually have something worthwhile watching. And if you can do that, then yeah, maybe you can get somewhere. Now, I remember actually, Joe, when I first started YouTube, you was already there, and I remember thinking, God, look at that, he's got 280 views on that particular video. Of course, I started and I just carried on going. I just kept on boning them out every single day, and before long I really sort of started to get somewhere quite good with it. And maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you just need to consistently bung stuff up at least once a week, I believe. Any less than once a week, and then you still have to get problems with nobody being interested. Well, I say nobody, YouTube not being interested. People want to see the fish.
Okay.
Right in a moment, we're going to get back to doing the cooking. Mustard, eat mustard, please, says George. Or should I call you John? Or was it John? I can't remember. It was now. Gosh, sorry about that. You're doing a grand job with the Civic, says Cars with JC. He is. That's the thing. Joe is very, very good at this kind of. Joe can do stuff that I wish I could do. Joe's a very, very patient and very dedicated man, and I'm very impressed with what he does. It's actually my first restoration. Some people are natural at it, like you. Oh, right, I see. Well, I wouldn't really say that I was natural at it. Really, I'm just too bonkers to notice when people are interested. RMC Motorsport. Good evening, Mr. Mustard, in the kitchen, loving the fish action. Well, yeah, it's going to change in a second. Have you noticed as well? Because I'm here, they've all come over. Now, what will happen if I simply go over here? Will they follow me over here? Some of them will, but the only trouble is we've got the water filter thing there, and that's really properly pushing the water out quite quickly, so they get blown about. Yeah, fishes get blown about by water. But look at that, you find there's rosy barbs here. You do that, and they want to follow your finger around. They're very inquisitive little fish. Some of them, these ones with the stripes there, they're torpedoes. You'd think they would be tough, but they're not. They're like little sharks. They're really timid. Anyway, let's go back to the cooking, because obviously we're not going to be cooking the fish. Blast the fish, says Serial Skelter. Blast them? What do you mean by blast them? Serial Skater, what fish you got? Well, quite a selection. There's about 35 in there. You could see what they were, I reckon. Like my most crappiest made videos seem to get the most views. I've got 1.4 thousand on painting some wiper arms. That's the way it goes, though, isn't it? Oh, we need to get this stirred up now, actually, because that is about to go much thicker. We'll add some water to it now. I might even just switch that off, because it doesn't really need to be kept cooking. That's something I found as well, and many YouTube people will say that you make a video, you don't even like it very much, but you put it up anyway. You consider taking it down because you don't even like it, but other people seem to watch it. The worst thing, isn't it? When you find that something that you put loads and loads of effort into, nobody really watches, but one that you just boned out, don't even like, you end up keeping it there just because it's bringing you some views. Soz. Just Soz laptop son name. Shortcut. Oh, I think you did a grand job, Mustard. You're a great inspiration for us all. What's make my head big saying things like that, you know? Ah, brilliant. Beardy Home Brewing. I was really enjoying Beardy Home Brewing last time I did a live stream. I just felt like that's somebody I would probably end up knowing quite well. Lovely fish. My wife keeps axolot. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. Axolotis. I don't know. Cool fish. 162 and counting. Way. Now that is good news. That's 10 new subscribers from this live stream. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much. Please, new people, put your locations in, because I like to know. I love the idea of people from all around the world watching this nonsense. The filter blasts them. It does. Jaden Bevan says, yo. And I'm going to say yo to you as well. The fish are cute, says Serial Skelter. They are cute. They actually are. I never thought I'd find them to be cute, but they have these funny little happy personalities, and they really are quite endearing. Rover Joe, one vid took me 4 days to get right, and it's only got 200 views. And that is very disappointing, isn't it? And obviously you know that I know what that's like. I've done a few like that where I really thought I've nailed something here, I've got something really good, and they go, people are going to love this, and either they didn't. I think I might need to turn it down a bit. Well, this is starting to look like something in here now. You know, the meat actually looks like meat rather than just insipid brown stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yes, this is going to work, this is going to be nice. Oh, it really is as well. Now, when the meat gets to that stage where you can cut it up with a spoon, you know you're almost there. And it has got to that stage after just over an hour. That means that we're soon to start bunging in the other bits of vegetables. And that means that we'll be at the end of the live stream, and I feel a bit not bad about it, but just I always end up just really enjoy doing live streams. Gallery Wagon Plays. Bit late for dinner, mate. Well, it depends on whereabouts in the country you are. Not country, Wales rather. It's only 10 o'clock. That's not too late. My son has an accent. I don't actually know what it is. He's grown surprisingly quickly. Axolotoid. Ass heron. What you cooking, boy? This. The porky stuff and the saucy stuff and the vegetable stuff, and it's all going to be rather fabulous. Not really a boy though, am I? Not been a boy for a very long time. A refresh is a good thing, Joe. I delete stuff all the time. Do you? I can't. Is that why you've got nothing on your channel? Right, oh, sorry, I had to go for a bit, but I'm back, says Yaboy Rupert. That's okay. Right, now, this here, please say hi, May, please. Now, I can't read what your name is, because that's a language I don't understand. But hello anyway. Hello, welcome. Trying to make more, right? Okay. Please say hi, please. I'm saying hello to you. Hello, whoever you are. Welcome. Where are you from? I spent a few hours the other week doing more my thumbnails. If they weren't up to scratch, that's quite a good idea actually, because the thumbnails do make quite a big difference. When I first started doing the YouTube thing, you have a choice of 3 thumbnails, and I just picked one of those, and it took a while before I realised you could just make your own thumbnails much better. And again, yep, I've said hello. Saying thumbnails, yep, thumbnails. It's all about the thumbnails. I was lucky when I was to see the video making with cars with JC. Yes, you was lucky. If that's what you think is lucky, then good. I'm glad you find that to be lucky. Andrew Buttygig is here. Hello, mustard in the kitchen. What's cooking? Maybe what I need to do is decide what's cooking beforehand, rather than make it up as I go along, and I can put that in the title. Pork steaks. Beardy Homebrew, how was the road trip? The road trip was great, but very long. Very long, but also very, very worthwhile, because I now have a rather interesting MGZS180, and I'm going to assume that there will be people on this particular live stream that won't know what that is, but it's a car, and it's a car that's getting increasingly rare. Got some great views on some videos, and getting close to 1,000. Oh, wait, Cars with JC are getting close to 1,000 subscribers already. Chris Bowen, Paul, how's it going? It's fine. Right, okay. Oh, Darts for Life says hello. Hello, Darts for Life. I will send you a picture of the axolotl, matey. Okay, you do that. And another one here. Oh, Paul, you cheeky, deleted. You cheeky. I deleted a lot of videos as they were rubbish. How rubbish were they? I reckon you don't delete them, just set them as private. And then one day you can set them as private to have a joke on yourself. Eston Austin is here. You look about 40. Are you sure? I've never asked what you thought my age was, but I'll take that. I don't mind being thought as 40. I'm a bit older than 40. Right, okay, so Yaba Rupert, are you into any... Pingu sent me a picture. Are you into any sports? And do you recognise it? No. Every time I do a live stream, somebody starts asking me about football. I'm afraid I've got no idea. I don't do football. I don't like football. I don't watch football. I don't talk about football. Except for to say that I don't do any of those things. I've just no interest in football. That's really all there is to it. Now, let's turn that off. I'm going to open this up, let some of the heat come out. And, do you know what? I'm going to have a beer. Why don't I have a beer? I've got one in the fridge. Have I got permission to have a beer on a weeknight? Yes, I have. And of course, it is only the Snide San Miguel copy thing. It's much, much better than nothing. Oh, yes. Now, good. All of the thumbnails on both his channels should contain a photo of Roland Gift. And Dick Daston says, I often find the worse the video is, the more I enjoy it. Arisa Fatima saying hello a couple of times. Getting close. I've been buying what? Do you do you like football? Right, JC, hello from Belfast. Now give me a break actually now to just. I don't think that's all. Hang on. Sorry, I didn't know. No, you definitely didn't offend me. I'm not offended by it. I am not offended. It'll take an awful lot to offend me. And that is the truth. So don't worry about that. As we can see, or as I can see, but you can't just yet, we have our rather meaty, potatoey thing there. It looks kind of ordinary at the moment. But I am now about to bung in all of the other bits to make it something, well, still ordinary, but more interesting than just ordinary. And that will first of all contain this big onion. Now, as you can see, I'm taking off the outer layer because bits of it will be thin and not particularly palatable as far as I'm concerned. So it's running a bit later than I first anticipated this. Actually, with a little bit too much onion there, really. But it's fine. Let's try all these. That's good. Now that potato is particularly nice because of the juices from the pork soaking into it. I'm impressed. Courgette. Anybody like courgette? Come on, you can concentrate. It's difficult to pull apart a courgette and still be able to chat a little bit. Thinking I'm missing something again here. Can't think what it is. Oh, don't fall on the floor. Leave these peppers nice and big. They don't need to be. Oh, that bit on the end of there. Right. Garlic. This time with the garlic, I'm not even going to chop it up. I'm just going to squash them, take the skin off, bring it straight in. Quite a few of these, I reckon. Cut the end off. Well, there we go. Oh, a bit more there. I was going to put some ginger in as well, but there's ginger in the sauce, so I don't really need there as well, do I? Quick clean up, and add something else to that yet as well. Something else. Oh yeah, cashews. A bit more salt, I think. And then we want some herbs on there. And we're going to have some thyme. And where's the other one? Where's the other one that I want? Oh gosh, what have I done with that? Oh, pesto. I keep forgetting I've got pesto. Where's the other one? There it is. Hello. Oh, yes. And I keep forgetting about this as well. One of my favourites. Olives. So, a little bit of time. And you can tell that this isn't going to take that long now because it's best not to start adding herbs too early because the flavour will not really last. It'll just disappear. Oh. Right, now that is going to go back in the oven. Yep, it's going to look a bit different to that when it's cooked, obviously. Oh, look at that. Now I can pick this up without even a tea towel. I suppose really what you should do there is drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the top as well. That might just be overdoing it a bit. Excuse me while I put some things away. I don't really like doing cleaning up as I go along. I prefer the cleaning up thing to be done afterwards by somebody else. But I also try and be a bit considerate as well, so you know, sometimes it pays off. There's not a great deal of mess to be had, and there's not a great deal of mess being made, particularly with this. So that's a good thing. And now, of course, we may as well go back to the comments. And if we're doing that, we may as well go back to the fishies. Fishies make a reasonably good backdrop for reading comments out, I reckon. Let's see, where were we up to? Just before that. Oh gosh, quite a lot of comments on the go actually. Yeah, it was JC. I'm travelling to Russia tomorrow. Oh, that's interesting. Looking forward to see my family and then going to Australia. Have you seen a Legro man this week? Asks Pingu Concord. I saw him yesterday, actually. He brought a car down for me to drive. So expect a video. Yeah, it was yesterday, yeah. Expect a video coming up of that quite soon. When are you going to cook more meat on your car engines? You could call the videos Cooking on a K series. Good idea. Good idea, yes. Well, I will be doing at some point. Maybe the next road trip in... Oh, yes. Perfect. We've got Pride of Longbridge coming up next month. Or is it the month after? It must be the month after. It's April, isn't it? And that is very much something I'm looking forward to. Meeting up with lots of friends of whom I've met before, etc. That would be the perfect opportunity to cook on the way down there, wouldn't it? So that's what I'm going to do. Made my mind up. That is S23XE. Oh, S23X edits. Gordon Ramsay right here. Just subscribe, says Yabu Rupert. Thank you very much. Brilliant. And Yabu Rupert also says, yeah, traveling to Russia tomorrow, then going to Austria. Did I read that one? Dick Dastardly likes courgettes as well. And so does Pingu Concord. And I like cucumber lot 1 tea hunt. Of course, they're related, yes. Garlic, says Stephen S. Paul. Garlic's brilliant stuff, isn't it? Have a good trip. Yeah, we all agree with that. I'm going to Lidl myself, says Dick Dastardly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, you have a good trip when you go there. Is it snowing in Scotland yet? No, but it will be quite soon, I believe, Pingu. The AFPA, could you tell me a recipe? I don't do recipes, I'm afraid. I just cook with what seems to make sense. No, and I believe that. Oh, I forgot my chili. I was going to put one chili in there, and I forgot it. That won't make any difference. Um, no, I don't. I don't do recipes. In fact, I just try and remember. I don't even try and remember what I've done. I just cook. It's all food. You can't go that far wrong with it, I don't think. It's more about making sure you don't cook some things too long and other things are not long enough. I enjoy the cooking lives, mate, says Joe. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to have you here. I've been making more of them key rings tonight. People seem to like them. Yes, they do. I mean, you've got quite a few things like that on the go, haven't you, Joe? And it does make sense. Gordon Ramsay again. Barry Scrotter is here. Hi, Paul. What? You're cooking rice. Nice, or you're cooking nice. It will be nice. There's a point that probably would work with a bit of rice. That looks lush, says Cars with JC. Interesting choice of word. Thank you. Pov got a Ramsay. Could you read the chat? Well, I have been. Oh no. I'm a bit behind because I was doing quite a bit of stuff there, and it's a bit difficult to do those two things at once. But I always get down to them eventually. 164 says Pingu. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you for keeping me updated. Although I suppose, like the last time I did this, and I thought there might be a couple of subscribers that popped in, and then when I had a look, it was like a lovely big surprise. Peyton says hi. Hello, Peyton. More than Ramsay. Where's Pov? Pov, is it point of view? I think it's point of view, isn't it? Are you going to cook a Polish dish? I've never thought about doing a Polish dish. Never before. Neil Gibbons says, we could talk about Pride of Longbridge too. So much to do, so little time. Are you from Wales? Asks Albert Rules. No, I'm not from Wales. No. Now, because you ask, am I from Wales? My presumption is that you're not in Great Britain. So you tell me where you are. I'd quite like to know. I'm in England, the north of England. Okay, right. Don't forget to like, says Jimmy Quinn. Thank you very much for reminding people. Rojo, I enjoy things like that. Keeps my mind busy, I suppose. There is a confirmed date for Pride of Longbridge. I think it's the 13th of April, or is it the 16th? I can't remember. Whatever the date it is, I'm not sure. You and your wife eat late, says Jimmy Quinn. Well, I don't mind eating this late. The thing is, it's getting around to it because this hasn't really taken any longer through doing a live stream whilst cooking. If I wasn't doing a live stream, I'd probably be editing a video. At least I can combine the two. But it's the first opportunity because I come home from work. I do a couple of family things like whatever it is I do, and then I go to the shop and buy some grub for the night, and then I cook it. So it is going to be a bit late. It's only really going to be another 15 minutes or so, and then it can all be dished up. It doesn't matter about it being late. I don't really like going to sleep that early anyway. Well, yeah, I would rather hope the weather's going to be good as well, Joe. There's lots of people. No, there's not a lot of people when there is the I'm not sure quite what you mean, the AFPA, but I'm sure it's a positive comment. Cars with JC also looking forward to Pride of Longbridge. I might have mentioned this before. I love the idea of all of the cars that I used to have that have since passed on to people, all being together in the same part of the field. It's not like you can miss mine, is it? Oh, Smelly Hole is here. Hello, Smelly Hole. I'm back again. Me, Rupert. Hello, Rupert. Thank you for coming back. Excuse me. Put that sauce back on. And then you find me around the other side of the table. How about that? Oh, thank you very much. Hello, Mustard, says Smelly Hole. I never go to bed before 4 a.m. Well, that's definitely not late, is it? And the AFPA has subscribed. Well, I thank you very much for that. All means something to me. Yeah, that does please me somewhat. To makes it all worthwhile. Makes it feel like doing live streams is making a difference. Yeah, Rover Joe. That would be lovely seeing all your old cars. The hard work pulled off to keep them all alive. Yeah, some of the work done by me, but the majority of the work actually by the people that have sold them too. And as you know, as you may know, I've been rather picky about who I sell cars to, because I want to. There's no point in trying to do something towards keeping a brand alive if you're just going to sell them to anyone you like, to anyone that just happens to want one. How often do you stream? I might tune every now and again, says Rupert. Well, there's no. I don't know. I've only really just started doing it on this channel. I do it a lot more on the other channel, but the idea is to do them on this channel instead and just keep the other channel open for videos. MJ will be on your stand. Looking forward to seeing all the cars together. Thank you. Thank you very much, Joe. All the Polish on your side. Well, do you mean are the Polish on my side? Do you mean am I related to anyone Polish? I don't think so. But you never know. You probably, I think probably everybody is to a degree. Right. I'll be off in the 25. Grey primer bonnet will be present though. There's nothing wrong with that. Pingu, is Alfie going to Pol? He is. Yes, Alfie's going to be going, which, yeah, I mean, that is a very nice car, that one. A Smelly Hole asks, I think, all the time you spent with Boaty the other day, I'm a bit jealous. Maybe one day I'll get to meet him. Not many people say that. Have you ever shat your pants in a supermarket? Asks one. Well, no, I haven't. But if I had, I would probably. No, maybe I wouldn't keep it a secret. No, maybe, unless it happened yesterday, you just it'd become an anecdote, wouldn't it? You just tell everyone about it. Beardy Home Brewing. Never done classic car shows. Just bought my first brand new off showroom a few weeks ago. New Astra. Bar the motorhome. Only vehicle I've ever bought new. No, they like you, says the AFPA. Do you like crunchy, peanut butter or smooth? Not bothered really. I don't mind peanut butter, but it's. I don't think I've ever bought it for myself. What do you prefer? Do you like home brew? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, the AFPA. But where are you from, by the way? Because I'm quite interested. I mentioned this in my last live stream when the beerdy homebrew man turned up, that I've made beer before and I'd really, really like to get back into it because it's just very satisfying. I've made quite a few brews, some that were successful and some that weren't, because that is one thing that's very, very easy to go wrong with. You only need the tiniest amount of foreign object inside your brew, and it can ruin the whole thing and make it really smelly, like a smelly hole. But one of the best ones I did, I made a ginger beer. I bought like a couple of kilos of root ginger and some brown sugar and some yeast, and I did this. It was unbelievably fizzy and it was brilliant. And it was really strong as well. I got properly pissed off of it, like really quickly. What kind of music do you listen to? Asks Chris Bowen. Well, actually, I don't really listen to music. I prefer just to make it for videos. But other than that, reasonably. Oh, Poland. Sorry, yeah, I think you did answer that before. I'm reasonably eclectic. I just don't like the throwaway stuff. What beer have you got tonight? Well, it's this one again. It's just the Pretend San Miguel from Lidl. It's quite nice. It certainly does the job. How much is your brew? I haven't got any. I haven't made any for years. Do you know what happened to... Oh, Max, the 416 GTI. Well, I sold it to a chap in... what's it called? The Rump of England. Norfolk, that's it. I've not heard anything from him. But hopefully it's still around. It was a bit of a tatty thing, but... yeah. Do you know what happened to Max? I mean, that sounds almost like it's disappeared, but I don't know anything about it. Yes, I've made ginger beer as well, says Barry Squatter. Coopers do a great ginger beer kit, says Beardy Home Brewing. I do all the grain brewing these days. Saying that, I invested in a Heineken Blade, and it's perfect draft, so it keeps good kegs at home. Well, that's good. Do you know what I tried once? And oh no, that was it. That was the ginger beer. I mean, it's rather unorthodox, but rather than using malt, I used some Weetabix. I used Weetabix. I used a box of Weetabix, and obviously I scooped it. I scooped all the stuff off once it finished, but it was really good. Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I think Rhiannon's got it as well. That would be nice to see that again. Right, I best have a check on the food because my wife will be probably very hungry. And she's not quite the night owl that I am. I would quite happily eat this at 2 o'clock in the morning. And it might take till 2 o'clock in the morning if I end up feeling hungry again. Oh. Certainly happening in there. But not quite enough. Not quite enough. Not yet. Garlic's burning. Maybe at this point actually that's where I would do the olive oil drizzle. Yes. So I'm trying to get it back in there without burning my hands. Good. It's not too far off really. I suppose what I should do when this is complete, I shall take a picture of the thing on the plate so you can see what it did look like. And put that on the, what do you call it? The community thing on this. Yeah. Oh gosh. I love how burpy beer makes you. Can we get some fish and chip? Huh? Can we get some fish in the chat? Oh, Bad Bucks is here. Fish in the chat. Well, we had fish in the chat, didn't we? Fish, 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 fish. Do you like fish? Asked Pingu Concord. Rupert keeps going and coming back all the time. Wouldn't necessarily know that you've gone. It's good to have you here, and I think my plan with this is I don't cook every night, but any night I'm cooking, I may as well have people with me, keeping me company in the kitchen. And the other really great thing is that I have two small people upstairs that have gone to sleep because they say they like it when they can hear me talking downstairs. And I can relate to that. I remember being their kind of age and having my dad about. He's still alive, by the way. I remember once being upstairs. I was supposed to be going to sleep, and he was upstairs bleeding the radiators, and I just liked him being upstairs. So I can understand why they like it, and it means that I'm also not disturbing them. I bet they're asleep. Or I hope they are. Everyone should vote on the name of the fish. Some of the fish have got names, not all of them. Reassuring, says Pingu Concord. I think you're talking about, referring to what I was just saying there. I think that's what it is, yeah. When I told them I was doing a live stream, they were both really happy about it. So that's my assumption. One vote on Dan for the name of the fish. Well, they can't all be called Dan, can they? Some of them have got names, but not all of them. Oh, hello, cutie. Gosh, oh, that's nice. Fred the Shed Fish. No, just one. Right, well, I'd happily call one of them Dan. There are many fish in that tank that don't have names, because the trouble is, whilst you have, say, 5 or 6 of the same kind of fish in altogether, it can be a bit difficult to tell them apart. So you could call them Dan collectively, I suppose. Who's this then? Tristan Banks. Pay your taxes. And Leon the Jewton. Can you be my Pookie? What does that mean? Oh, this is an all right. Okay, this is another. I wasn't really expecting damp squid. Damp squid. You're making a joke there, aren't you? Okay, so Tristan Banks, I think you may as well be out of. I'll put you on timeout. There we go. For 30 minutes, because I'll be finished by then. Bit of a distraction. You can't just come on here and start spamming. It's not allowed. I will deal with you. And now, Tristan, all you can do is listen to me telling you that you can't get away with it. Say no. No T.I. Banksky. But anyway, people, lovely people of the thingy, I am probably going to finish this up in a second, because I need to prepare plates and cutlery, and I forgot to get the plates out, so there's going to be cold. Could do it being on the oven to warm through a bit. Plates are quite noisy and clattery though, aren't they? Don't want cold plates. Cold plates are not a good idea, are they? I have been doing this live stream for over 2 hours. No, I haven't. No, sorry. An hour and 54 minutes, which is quite a long time. And I've enjoyed it. I'm back, says Yabu Rupert. So I still can't get your name right. It's recommended your stream so many times as well. All night I hear. I've subscribed, by the way. Thank you. Well, yes, I know you subscribed. And thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anyone that subscribed to me, I will be exceedingly grateful to. You would be the best teacher. Damn, you're so chill. That's Leon D. Newton. Thank you very much. What we really need, maybe this would be even better if there was some light jazz in the background. Yeah, who'd like that? Some jazz music, jazz music, and cooking. That's a good combination, actually. Have you got any more collaborations lined up? I reckon you'd be good with Ian from Hubnuts. Would be quite amusing, especially if Boaty came along. Well, no, I haven't. They probably won't be too far off. I have met Ian a few times. We've had a few chats. But no idea of collaboration with him. Right, so listen, I am going to finish this up because I need to just sort things out now, and I'm not really going to be able to do that whilst I'm trying to talk, and I'll end up doing something wrong. The last bit is just as important as the rest of it. Oh, name a car for an edit thing. No, I'm not doing that thing. I'm hungry, says Susie Say. And Jimmy Quinn's going. Good night, Jimmy Quinn. 1990 says Pingu. Good night. Thank you very much for joining me. Does jazz music start playing? Yes. Or do you mean does it ever stop? Dinosaur Dad, come right at the end. Well, hello, what's cooking? What's finished cooking? More like it is pork choppy thingies. I'll take a picture of it and you can see it. You're the sort of person the world needs more of. I do appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. And that is it. So thank you, everyone, for joining me here tonight. Thank you especially for those that like this live stream and those that have subscribed. I'll see you again quite soon. Bye-bye.